Give him this money and these notes, Reynaldo.
I will, my lord.
And you shall do marvelous wisely, good Reynaldo, before you visit him, to make inquiry of his behavior.
My lord, I did intend it.
Very well said. Very well said. Look you, sir. Inquire me first what danskers are in Paris, and how, and who, what means, and where they keep, what company, at what expense, and finding, by this encompassment and drift of question, that they do know my son, come you more nearer than your particular demands will touch it. Take you as 'twere some distant knowledge of him, as thus, I know his father and his friends, and impart him. Do you mark this, Reynaldo?
Aye, very well, my lord.
And impart him, but, you may say, not well, but if be he, I mean, he's very wild, addicted so-and-so, and there put on him what forgeries you please. Marry, none so rank as may dishonor him, take heed of that. But, sir, such wanton, wild, and usual slips as our companions noted and most known to youth and liberty.
As gaming, my lord?
Aye. Or drinking, fencing, swearing, quarreling, drabbing, you may go so far.
My lord, that would dishonor him.
Faith, no, as you may season it in the charge. You must not put another scandal on him that he is open to incontinency. That's not my meaning. But breathe his faults so quaintly that they may seem the taints of liberty, the flash and outbreak of a fiery mind, a savageness in unreclaimed blood of general assault.
But, my good lord.
Wherefore should you do this?
Aye, my lord. I would know that.
Marry, sir, here's my drift, and I believe it is a fetch of wit. You, laying these slight sullies on my son, as 'twere a thing a little soiled in the working, mark you, your party in converse, him you would sound, having ever seen in the predominant crimes the youth you breathe of guilty, be assured he closes with you in this consequence. Good sir, or so, or friend, or gentleman, according to the phrase or the addition of man and country.
Very good, my lord.
He does. What was I about to say? By the mass, I was about to say something. Where did I leave?
At closes in the consequence. At friend or so. And gentleman.
Closes in the consequence. Aye, Mary. He closes thus. I know the gentleman. I saw him yesterday, or t'other day, or then, with such or such. And, as you say, there was a gaming. There o'ertooken his rouse. There falling out at tennis. Or, perchance, I saw him enter such a house of sale, videlicet, a brothel, or so forth. See you now? Your bait of falsehood takes this carp of truth, and thus do we of wisdom and of reach, with windlasses and with assays of bias, by indirections find directions out. And so by my former lecture and advice shall you, my son. You have me, have you not?
My lord, I have.
God be with you. Fare you well.
Good, my lord.
Observe his inclination in yourself,
I shall, my lord.
and let him ply his music.
Well, my lord.
Farewell. Hannah, Ophelia, what's the matter?
My lord, I have been so affrighted.
With what, in the name of God?
As I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet, with his doublet all unbraced, no hat upon his head, his stockings fouled, ungartered, and downkived to his ankle, pale as his shirt, and with his knees knocking each other, with a look so piteous in purport, as it seemed he'd been loosed out of hell to speak of horrors. He comes before me.
Mad for thy love?
My lord, I do not know, but truly I do fear it.
What said he?
He took me by the wrist and held me hard. Then goes he to the length of his arm, and with his other hand, thus o'er his brow, he falls to such perusal of my face as he would draw it. Long he stayed so. At last, a shaking of mine arm, and thrice his head thus waving up and down, he raised a sigh, so piteous and profound as it did seem to shatter his bulk and end his being. That done, he lets me go. With his head over his shoulder, he seemed to find his way without his eyes, for out the doors he went without their helps, and to the last spended their light on me.
Come, go with me. I will go seek the king. This is the very ecstasy of love, whose violent property fordoes itself and leads the will to desperate undertakings, as oft as any passion under heaven that does afflict our natures. I'm sorry. What, have you given him any hard words of late?
No, my lord, but did as you command. I did repel his fetters and denied his access to me.
That hath made him mad. I am sorry that with better heed and judgment I had not quoted him. Beshrew my jealousy. And by heaven it is as proper to our age to cast beyond ourselves in our opinions as it is common for the younger sort to lack discretion. Come, go we to the king. This must be known, which being kept close, might move more grief to hide than hate to utter love. I'll board him presently. Oh, give me leave. How does my good lord? Hamlet.
Well, God have mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent well. You're a fishmonger.
Not I, my lord.
Then I would you were so honest a man.
Honest, my lord.
Aye, sir, to be honest, as this world goes, is to be one man picked out of 10,000.
That's very true, my lord.
For as the sun breeds maggots in a dead dog, being a god-kissing carrion. Have you a daughter?
I have, my lord.
Let her not walk in the sun. Conception is a blessing, but not as your daughter may conceive. Friend, look to it.
What do you read, my lord?
Words. Words. Words.
What is the matter, my lord?
Between who?
I mean the matter that you read, my lord.
Slanders, sir. For the satirical rogue says here that old men have gray beards, that their faces are wrinkled, and their eyes purging thick amber and plum tree gum, and that they have a plentiful lack of wit, together with most weak hams. All of which, sir, though I most powerfully and potently believe, yet I hold it not honest to have it thus set down. For you yourself, sir, should grow as old as I am, if, like a crab, you could go backward.
Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave?
Indeed, that is out of the air. My honorable lord, I will most humbly take my leave of you.
You cannot, sir, take anything more from me than I would not more willingly part withal. Except my life. Except my life. Except my life!
Fare you well, my lord.
These tedious old fools.
dead mouse.